And the first time I realized this, so I come from door-to-door sales. I did like 6 years of door-to-door back in the day, and I sold solar, and I sold alarms, and I sold water purification. When I was selling alarms, it was really when I realized this, because we would sell, 2, 3, 5 year contracts. Those were the options of the term, 2, 3, or 5. And when I was selling, I was always doing the math of my commission in my head. I was a 100% commission sales rep, you know what I mean? So if I raised the MRR, I would get a bump of my commission. If I gave away less equipment, I get a bump of my commission. So I had all these ways to manipulate how much I was going to get paid on the deal. And I remember the first time this guy offered to pay the whole contract up front, and I was like, oh, sweet. Like, this should be able to get me a couple extra multiples on my commission,
And I actually did a full webinar. Like, I did a past client webinar. It's like, hey, even if you don't come in as clients, I want to show you, here's how to transition your campaigns over. Because I want to do that too. I want to help, even if you don't, let me show you how this works. And of course, it's something you learn as a business owner as you go over time. It's like, you provide a lot of value, and that's actually just going to win for everybody.
Yeah, totally.
Right?
Well, because they're going to look how complicated that is and just go, nah.
Yeah, they're like,
I'd rather you do this.
Yeah. Or the people that do implement it, and they're like, wow, you actually just gave me, you could have just said, hey, go, buy my thing again, but you just gave me an update on how this works. Yeah. And I remember, so I did get monetized, and the channel really started to take off. It really took off when I started teaching people how to use their iPhone. So full hour-long video, A to Z, how to use your iPhone.
Wow.
And around the iPhone 4, iPhone 4 is when it really started to take off.
Right when Siri started coming out?
Yes, and those videos got millions of views.
Wow.
So my iPhone 7 beginner's guide videos, my most popular videos, got over 8 million views.
Wow.
And it's an hour long. And the average watch time on that's over 20 minutes. So people are watching a good degree of this video.
And made a good amount of money on
and it made a good amount of money. And so by the time I was in, I think a sophomore in high school, I remember I was making around $60,000 a year from the YouTube channel.
What are your parents saying about it at this point?
So I think that it's kind of interesting. I think that, so they're always really supportive, and they're impressed. So what you would do is you would go into your YouTube ads platform, and you'd build out this in-feed audience. And you can still, with that, do content targeting. So keywords they might search on YouTube. You can also do audience-based targeting. So, things they've either searched on Google or YouTube, interests that they have. And you can basically target people that might be looking up, like networking, or the guests of the
Grant
podcast.
Cardone podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then what you would do is you would be able to appear right there at the top for those searches. Versus even if you take that, like a Grant Cardone, interview that you've done, and you boost it, it may or may not go to people searching that, because YouTube's just kind of going to do a similar based audience. Versus you can actually say, I want to reach people that are searching, his name on YouTube, or people who have an interest in him based on a YouTube, like a
variety of
audience.
searches.
If you're looking to grow a YouTube channel, YouTube takes a lot of different factors into consideration. One of the big ones being watch time. Watch time is really important because it shows how long people are watching your videos. And there's one big metric, which is the average watch time for your videos on YouTube in general, that is really, really important. Let's say you have a 15-minute video, and the average amount of time people spend is 7 minutes watching that video. That is the watch time. YouTube knows that people on average are watching a good portion of the video, so they are gonna go and serve that video out to more people, versus if the watch time is only a minute long, they know people really aren't watching the video as much, maybe they're not receiving as much value, that'll be lower in the search results. So your watch time can really affect your ranking with your organic YouTube channel. Now, there's also an average watch time for your entire YouTube channel. So across your videos on YouTube, there's a certain watch time.